Here we are looking at our good friend BBDA. Been a while since the last time I did it. To be honest, can't even remember quite when the last time I did do it was, but we got a nice day today, both on the volume and price reaction side of things. So maybe we're starting to see something occur here, but still work to be done, and I'll get to that in a second. But what I first want to point out, and it's not patting myself on the back, just more so charts in general. But if we go all the way back to this area here, and you can see that multiple times the price tried to get above this 003 area. So we had about 4 days in a row here. Here was another day and a couple more days. So if we extend that line over and then look at where the low of today was 0.0033 and then the low of yesterday 0.0035, you can see that the chart did a great job of forecasting where this key level of a support was going to be. And yeah, I know it didn't hit it exactly, but when we're talking about 0.003 and then the lowest it came was 0.0033, that's pretty darn close, especially when this area was way back here during the summer. So wanted to point that out on two accounts. The first being, like I said, not patting myself on the back, just kind of bragging more about the power of charts. But secondly, from an overall chart perspective, this is where you wanted to see it bounce, because if this area didn't hold, then it was not going to be looking good for things. But not only it didn't technically get tested, but this area held, and now you saw where it's acted as like a trampoline essentially. Now, I made a comment about the chart still needing work to be done, and the reason I say that, don't get me wrong, today was a great day, but we've seen this action happen before, where you get a bounce and then it comes right up here to the big bad 50-day simple moving average, which is the key level of resistance, and then it just knocks down the price. So the question really now becomes, is this history going to repeat itself in terms of what it did back here, or is the price going to get above here and start to close above here? That's going to be the key. Are the bulls going to be able to begin to get some closes above this 50-period simple moving average? Now that you know where this green line came from, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more here. And what I want to do is just draw a pattern here that I'm seeing taking place too, which is the falling wedge. And actually, I'll just change this real quick, make these lines a little bit thicker. But the falling wedge is probably the pattern of mine that I've liked the most. It's one that, sorry, I'm trying to do this and multitask at the same time, and as you can see, I'm not very good at it. But it's one of these patterns that I'm always on the lookout for. And a falling wedge you would think is bearish, but actually the rising wedge is what is bearish. The falling wedge is bullish. So run a Google search or whatever on it. But you also have that. So when you combine the fact that it's already started to bounce off the support with the fact that it's got this nice wedge pattern taking place, hopefully the bulls will be able to push up through this 50 period, but the key is really going to be getting some closes above there. So that's going to be the key aspect to watch. So if you do have any other questions, please shoot me a message. If not, thank you for listening.